Good afternoon and welcome to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz and we're live here at the Grand Champions Polo Club for the 2024 Fall Plates. And a good shot there of the Grand Champions Polo Club. And let's go on Field 3 this afternoon for our first game here of our doubleheader this afternoon. So welcome to CTV Sports, as we're going to have Grand Champions going up against Santa Rita. And we're going to go for our second doubleheader. We'll have Sebi Lion, which will be Newport. And that will be following this game, as we might shift over. We'll see. They might take that out to the Santa Rita Polo Farm. But a great drone footage here of the beautiful Grand Champions Polo Club. You see Field 3 here. And, of course, on the far left side, there was Field 1 and 2, where if you watch our World Polo League, WPL, during the winter season, you have the ability to watch there from the grandstand field. Of course, 4 and 5 run along Lake Worth Road, so if you are in the area, please stop on by. We are open to the public, free to the public, and as we always say, please tell a friend to come on out and enjoy the polo. And, of course, if you're learning to play the game of polo, the polo school is in session. And Juan Bollini, of course, has his segment of the polo school working. And, of course, you can get in touch with our polo manager, Cale Newman, at gcpolo.com to get any information there on the polo school. And talking about the polo school, let's talk about it, because we have Santa Rita playing today. And I'm very proud to say Rebecca Cohen, one of our polo school graduates. There's a fantastic shot right there from the drone. She is one of our polo school graduates. I actually have had the opportunity to work with her with Juan Bollini, so it's so cool to see our graduates stepping up and playing in higher level polo, and Rebecca's been doing it for over a year, so she's done a great job. Rebecca will wear the number 1, and she has the pink helmet. And then, well, one of my buddies, Jony Castillo, is back. Johnny, I want to welcome back here to the Grand Champions Polo Club, also playing for the Santa Rita team. And then Nic Roldan back in the saddle after a fantastic summer season at the amazing Aspen Valley Polo Club, aspenvalleypoloclub.com if you're looking to play polo in the summer. And, of course, Nick has also been traveling and playing in different parts around the world. You can always check Nick out on his Instagram and all of our platforms here at the World Polo League, official World Polo League, Grand Champions Polo Club, Aspen Valley Polo Club. And, of course, Juan Bollini will be the 4th player in the purple jerseys there for the Santa Rita Polo team. And Grand Champions got to come in with Miles Rich. And Miles played very well last week, was our most improved player. He got the most improved player award, and it was very well deserved. Congratulations to Miles, also one of our polo school participants. And great to say, Double G, Grant Ganzi, back after another amazing summer he had out in Aspen Valley at the Aspen Valley Polo Club, and also has been traveling around the world playing in a number of different benefit games, helping out so many different charities. Pablo Dorignac back, and always a lot of fun to watch Pablo. Always brings the energy. And then Martin Jauregui, my man, number 3. And Martin, well, he's knocking on the door, as we say, as we got 2 of the longest hitting, big hitting players in the world playing this afternoon, but here at the Grand Champions Polo Club. And when I say that, I'm talking about Martin Jauregui and Nic Roldan. Not to take Pablo, Nick, Pablo, Juan, Grant out of the scene, because they're all big hitters themselves, but these 2 have, they play the position where they try to control their teams from the back, the number 3-4 area, and they hit a very long ball. And remember, anything from center field will be worth 2 points, so we'll keep an eye on that as we have our center cam right in the middle of the field. And Gaston Dorignac, our mounted official, in the green and white today on the gray pony. He'll keep an eye on it, and if he needs to, we'll come to the studios here, and we have well, all of our officials will work here and our producers. They will take a look at any video we need to look at. We are not using a challenge system during the fall season, during the 2024 fall plays, but if needed, of course, we will, and I will work as the second man behind Mr. Gaston Dorignac if he needs help on a play, maybe where two four-legged athletes or two-legged athletes come together on a very hard play that's a little bit hard to distinguish on the field. Then we have a number of very trained, I should say, eyes. There's a good shot there of Camacho Pierez. And it looks like Martin Jauregui on his way out. Oh, there he is. I thought we'd get a shot of Double G, Grant Ganzi. So I just saw Grant here. He stopped by the CTV Sports Studios, came and said hello to everybody. He does that a lot. And, man, I gave him a hug, and I said, whoa, this guy's ready to go. He is super fit. He says he's been on the program, getting ready. Very, very excited about the 2025 World Polo League. But remember, I'm going to talk a lot about it today. We'll get this game going. But we have beach polo and snow polo as we're only a week out when it comes to the beach. And I'll talk a lot about that as the day goes on. And, of course, we're about a month and a week out from snow polo in beautiful Aspen, Colorado. So here we go. It's going to be the first ball bowled in there by Gaston Dorignac. And it's going to be picked up by the most improved player from last week. It's going to be Miles Rich. Miles does a great job in front of the game, and watch him. He'll play the number one. And he stays in the front to pull it, and then he leaves the ball for this man right here off to the right side. But a nice attempt by Martin Jauregui. We're going to have the Grand Champions Polo Club in the white and blue, light blue, and then we're going to have Santa Rita in the light purple. Beautiful jerseys. And here we go, Nic Roldan. Nick and Juan, of course, they play a lot of polo together, so they'll use each other very, very well with the number 3 and 4 position on. Looking for, of course, Joey and Rebecca to pull the team. Now on the move and on the turn, it'll be Castillo. He gets a piece of that one, Joey, as he pushes it forward, backed up cleanly by Pablo Dorignac. Pablo gets his first touch of the game. Now Nick's going to put one across the center. That's a nice ball right in front. Dorignac on the doorstep, picks it up, cleans it up nicely here for the Grand Champions team, and he'll work it down the far right side. Grand Champions Polo Club now, first touch of the day for Grant Ganzi. He gets it moving towards the front. Turned around, though, and controlled by Juan Bollini. Bollini and Nick, both on the gray ponies here. Bollini will leave for Nick. Nick works it over the center, and he's going to get a little pressure, and, takes 2 men out. Now he's got control here as Nic Roldan working it down, tries to get a back shot from Grant Ganzi. They come together, mallets in the air, and we'll see if they have a whistle on the play there. As we had 2 players come together, we're going to take a look. 1:55 on the clock here in our first of 6 chukkers. And, yeah, it's going to be a penalty shot again. So he takes the ball away. Nick pushes it to the right, then back to the left. But keep an eye now right here. This is where the window starts to close. So Grant tries to hit that back shot. And if that ball rolls a little bit further past Grant's boot, then he probably would be 100% correct. And then Nick would have to go to the near side. But being that it was just a little bit off of his boot, and remember, Roldan closing the window, the space in between both players gives him the right of way. Good call by the mount official. Now, it looks like Nick will get his first goal of the day on a penalty 2. It's a dicey play there. Sometimes you got to go for it. I mean, if I'm Grant, I'm going to go for that play all day long, and if I'm coaching him, I'm going to tell him the same thing, because in the end, he got Nick. He might get away with that because of the space and where the ball was. And if you don't try to make a play on it, Nic's going to go ahead and fire it through the goal anyway. So, it's one of those 50-50 balls. Sometimes you need to go for it. Sometimes you win. Sometimes you lose. Here we go. On the move is going to be Jauregui. Nice shot right here. Double G. Grant. Nice little drag out in front of Nic, and he'll get the equalizer. Back and forth. Good job here by the Grand Champions Polo Club to change the energy up a little bit. And we're going to send a few players off. This is just a good give and go. And you can see how Grant had Nic to the inside. And on this little courtesy change, we can talk about that. A lot of players, when you play the number one position, before the ball is hit is when you really need to start making those plays. You need to start pushing players to places or getting a position on a player. And a lot of the high goal players will do that before the game, even before the ball is even hit or bowled in on a dead ball play, is they'll go get position on the player that's actually defending them. That means they put them on the side they want to push them to, and that gives them more time. On this case, Grant had the opportunity to get Nic to the inside, and then it made it a little more difficult for Roldan when he had to rotate back to the right side. But a perfectly hit ball there also by Martin Jauregui. You got to have both players lined out on a give and go. So a great job by Martin and a good finish by Ganzi. Here we go on the bowling. We are going to switch directions for the new viewers. We always bring it up for our new viewers. That is a procedure we use in the game of polo. Now we're going to have Santa Rita headed towards the south goal, toward Miami. And, of course, our north goal will be Orlando today as they leave it here from... It's going to be picked up by Roldan. Nice little drop by Bollini. This one bounced off the pony. Pablo comes flying in there and saves the day, pulls it out into the corner. Now he'll regroup. And he's going to get a little help from Jauregui. Martin says, no problem, you got it. Pablo, very strong, solid player on 4 goals. Back to the center. Ganzi with the one touch, and he's got Miles going forward. Rich on the chestnut. Miles, ooh, has time to get to the offside there. Mouthed a little low, though. Maybe wants to bring it up a little bit more so he can drag that ball along at speed. Little bit of a rub here by Ganzi and Roldan. Nic will win this little battle and get this offensive attack going for Santa Rita. Both teams opening it up nicely here at the end of the first chukker. We click down under 2 minutes. Turned and controlled by Jauregui. Martin, nobody on him here, so no need to rush. He's going to keep himself in control. Get it within 100, and then watch out, because when Jauregui gets, well, anywhere around center, and there goes the first shot just to show you how far he can hit the ball. That ball's going to roll over the end line. We'll get one of our second knock-in of the day. Pretty even start here by both teams, 1-1. Remember, winners of this will face off in the finals of the 2024 Fall Plates against the winners of our second game, Sebi Lion and Newport. On the knock-in, it's going to be Roldan. It looks like actually Bollini to Roldan. And I think they'll probably keep that going for a while. We'll see. They might switch it up. Sometimes you see Juan go forward. In this case, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Picked up here by, again, number 4, Dorignac. Good ball control. He'll override right now, though. Now it gets scooped up and turned around. Jony. Well done, Jony. Don't watch out for Jony Castillo, man. He will surprise you. And Jony, one of our top trainers and, of course, player. He plays very, very well. And he's such a great horseman. Off the pony there, quick line change. Bollini's going to try to ride this one out. And I think he's going to get the whistle here. And this is just one of those plays. We talk about the quick line change all day long in the game of polo. Toughest play for the players and the umpires. And looks like that'll end the chukker on a whistle. So we'll see what our mountain official decides on here. But after our first chukker play, 1-1, stay with us. We'll be back. 2024 Fall Plates. have an opportunity. Santos Bellini going to fire one from 60. Oh, off the post.
I'm Gonzalo Pires.
Alejandro Poma.
I'm Paul Foster.
Michael Payne. My name is Grant Ganzi.
I am Sugar Eskin. I'm Alejandro Navidad Estrada.
My name is Pablo Dorignac.
I'm Jason Crowder and watching CTV Sports.
Welcome back, everyone, to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz, and if you're just joining us, well, welcome. We're live from the Grand Champions Polo Club, field number 3 for the 2024 Fall Plates. We have Grand Champions in the light jerseys and Santa Rita in the purple. We have Rebecca Cohen, Jony Castillo, Nic Roldan, and Juan Bollini playing for Santa Rita. Grand Champions is Miles Rich, Grant Ganzi, Martin Jauregui, and Pablo Dorignac. We did have a right-of-way violation at the end of the first chukker within the final 30 seconds. So we go ahead and get that ball back in play in the chukker to follow, of course, the second chukker. And that was just a quick line change. We're talking about the ball bounced off a pony, shot across the field at 45 degrees. Good read by Bollini. And that'll start our second chukker off. 1-1 here. 1 goal by Grant Ganzi and 1 goal by Nic Roldan on an open goal penalty 2. And it'll be Roldan now wearing the number 3. Down the center, looking for Cohen. Rebecca with her first opportunity of the day. Nice pickup, Rebecca, carrying it in. Now she needs to come from left to right, saving it, keeping it on the field. Dorignac, Pablo will turn it and then leave it for Jauregui. Looks like that ball might have went off the field, so they'll wait for Rebecca to return and line up 30 yards. Oh, we had a tack time. So a little tack time there for Grant Ganzi. And it will be brought into play now by Dorignac, Pablo. Pablo working it down the right side here. He's going to find Grant on the little shovel pass. That bounces off a pony. Bollini in between 2 players here. Now Grant, who's been, hitting the ball so well. We talked about that today while he was here in the CTV Sports studios and talking about his workout routine. You can check out his Instagram and kind of keep an eye on Grant and his workout schedule, because as most of our players today, so fit, but they're very structured on their workouts, and it does make a difference. Back and forth here, both teams looking for an open play, and then finally we get a whistle on the play with 4:14 on the clock. And it looks like to me another quick line change here. Let's keep an eye on this one. Keep an eye on Jauregui here. It's going to bounce off the pony right there. See how it shoots back? And that ball is right in line there for Grant Ganzi. Another good call by the mountain official here. And again, that's why I always say it's one of the toughest plays here. Tough for the players, tough for the umpires. Because 9 out of 10 times, some of the players don't actually maybe see where that ball maybe bounced off of, deflected off of, hit off a mallet, but for sure. Okay, but we're going to go ahead and take a look at this one once again. Okay, this ball is going to bounce. We'll take a look at it. Here's the ball, bounces off the pony, shoots across the field, and that's going to be a foul against Santa Rita. Foul against Santa Rita, right-away violation in favor of Grand Champions. Penalty 5A. So we went ahead and got to take a chance. That was a little tough play there from the field. So that ball was coming across the field. The number 3 had a near side play, but not even a near side play there. It actually had to come across a little bit more because it was coming a little bit more of an angle where Nic maybe thought it was coming from. Grant went in on one side. It came together there. Lesser angle definitely going to the number 2. And like I said, a quick line change, but well done. Great shot there from the drone. And great job by everybody. Everyone here in the studios, of course. And all of our camera. And that's what's so good about it. It's not easy sometimes, those plays. That ball does change. And remember that imaginary line. Player with the lesser angle will take control when you have 2 players following the ball. It's going to be stolen away again now by Nic Roldan. Nic's going to turn it around the corner. And looks like we have a stoppage here, but it looked like Nic was clean on the steal. Nic on the chestnut. Bollini on the dark bay here. Okay, so they're going to go ahead again. It looks like we got everybody back, lined out, and we'll have a fair play possession there. It's going to go in favor of Roldan. Little run and gun there by Rebecca. She overrides, turned around cleanly. It'll be Jauregui. Now, Martin. Ooh, a little short, but Grant leans way out. Nic comes flying in there. And now everybody trying to get control. Little give and go from Ganzi to Dorignac. Good read here by Juan Bollini, senior. I call him Juanito. Juan, nice ball here, but nobody home. Look, it's going to be Grant and Martin on the same team working together there. Roldan gets in the middle of them, and everybody opening it up here and raising the level. Miles out in front on the babe, but it'll be Jauregui. Look for the cut shot. Martin's going to run the turn here. Will that ball find its way? And yes, it does. As Martin Jauregui, he only had one more play, and Roldan would have made a hook on him here. But keep an eye on him. Miles is on the right side. He says, I have it. I leave it. And he leaves it for him. Now, this is the play I like. One tap and then shoot, because the next play is going to be Roldan's ball, and that is a terrific goal by Jauregui, breaking the tie, making it 2-1. Both teams taking it to another level there. You can see the increase in speed as the teams come a little more comfortable with each other. Remember, the teams are picked weekly by our tournament committee, who does a fantastic job mixing the teams up, and that's what we do in the spring and in the fall. It makes it a lot of fun for the players, be able to play with different players. And it looks like a little timeout. And remember, we have our beach polo, and well, let's start out with the World Polo League Pride Polo, which is going to start on the 14th coming up. And it's all going to be down in Miami Beach. And remember, then we have the Beach Polo World Cup, which will be continued the 15th and the 17th. And the first time the popular beach polo tournament and the the WPL Pride Polo are being held in the fall in South Beach together. So that's a big update. And remember, you can go to MiamiPoloCup.com. I'll be talking about that all day long, I'll remind you. And you need to get on it because tickets are selling out. It is a go-to event. On the move, it'll be Roldan as we click down to 2 minutes here in the second chukker. Nic. Down the center, and it's going to be open here for Rebecca. Ooh, man, it's a little late there. She got a piece of it, but in a good spot. Turn the corner, it'll be Jauregui, and he'll be looking for Miles. And there he is. Good read here by Miles to come over from the right to left. Roldan's going to steal it away, though, and turn the corner. Now, see if Miles puts the pressure on him here. Nic goes all the way around, 360 degrees to work it back, keeping that ball on the right side of his pony, keeping it away from the Grand Champions team. Stolen away by Dorignac, give and go from Ganzi, picked up and continued play by Jauregui. Martin, give and go. He's got Dorignac. Pablo. And there you go. That's just good give and go. Roldan stuck in the middle with too many people to handle right there. As this starts with Grant Ganzi. They drops it to Pablo. Pablo leaves it for Martin. And Martin, look at it, puts it straight down the center. And they had Nic in between Miles and Pablo. Fantastic play by the Grand Champions Polo Club. Getting that 2-goal cushion. Looks like that's going to go ahead and end the chukker. So the ball's still in the umpire's hand. 3-1 after 2. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Prices for groceries, housing, insurance, off the rails. And Catherine Waldron is making it worse. More taxes, wasteful spending. Waldron opposed a bill to lower insurance rates. She even voted against a good idea, balanced budgets. Catherine Waldron, total train wreck. We need Ann Gerwig. Gerwig will put working families first, cut taxes, slash waste, take on big insurance, and make Florida more affordable. Ann Gerwig for Florida House.
Playing in a dedicated women's polo league is great for progressing your polo. It's great for us to play together as women, to have a chance to take to the field with some of the best polo players in the world. It's helping us come together, improve our polo, and keep up playing a regular high level of polo.
Like, I'm learning so much. I am shadowing some of the best women players in the sport, and it's just been an incredible journey, really.
I have played at Santa Rita before, and I love it here. It's a fantastic club. They do so much for not only just polo, but women's polo. So we're very excited to be here, and huge thanks to Melissa and Mark for having us.
All right, here we go, everybody. Looks like we got all players in the center of the field. Now, a great commercial there of showcasing the Santa Rita Polo Farm, but more importantly, showcasing the women's polo that happens there. And, of course, the Santa Rita Polo Farm showcases women's polo all season long, from their own league to preparing teams for the Women's Open. There was a good shot there. Shariah Harris, who actually played for the Grand Champions team in the Women's Open, and also the Work to Ride program, which CTV Sports was in Philadelphia for their big benefit. And you can go to Work to Ride and check out their all their Instagram and all their platforms, of course, and get involved in their charity. Here we go, on the move, and look at this. Grand Champions scoring, Pablo Dorignac scoring at the end of the second chukker, and then coming out and winning the bowl-in, and gets out in front here. And, not much that Jony Castillo could do, but hope for the miss. And Dorignac lined out, gets goal number 2. Pretty even here on the bowl-in so far. I mean, it's been just really back and forth. Not one team dominating the possessions. Roldan's going to keep this one to himself, win the bowl-in and try to run through. One player, 2 players. Now he takes the mallet from Jauregui, keeps it going. Grant's going to try to get a piece of him. He's got Bollini now in the rumble seat. Nic works it from left to right, back to the center. Cleaned up a little bit there by Grant Ganzi. Under the neck by Roldan. And Nic will fire one from about 50 yards out. But a group of ponies there to hit through, so that ball's going to go off to the left side. And Grand Champions will dodge a bullet. and it'll be Dorignac on the knock-in. Marked up here by Jony Castillo. And Roldan's going to go ahead, and I like this. Nic decides to jump in the middle of the confusion, get control, and work it back. Down by 4, he knows that he needs one here. And they come together, picked up here, taken forward by Dorignac as a few players come in behind him. Now he'll override. This could be Castillo comes in there, and I think he had Nic on the back shot there. Now it's going to be Jauregui working it down, gets it through in one player, still has control. Now he's got Grant in the rumble seat, and no need to rush there as Martin Jauregui will get his second goal of the day. And at the moment, Grand Champions playing very well together. As you can see right there, not much Bollini could do. He doesn't want to foul there and get called for the one, so he just needs to wait for some help and hope that another player could help him out there, but that just kind of got stuck together. Back to the center. Ball's going to bounce out to Nic again. Roldan will get control. Turn around here. Miles, he was actually looking around there, so learning a lot at the pole school. You notice he didn't jump on that first ball. He kind of looked around to make sure no one was coming down the line. That gave him time. Nic's going to get this ball, well, about 100 from goal. He finds Castillo. Jony, bad luck there. Comes to the center, cleaned up by Dorignac. They come together around here. Johnny's going to turn the corner. Now Grant applies the pressure, and then we get a whistle on the play. So 5-1, that'll stop the clock with 2:20. And they're going to go ahead and talk this one out here a little bit to see if we can get a replay on this as they came around the corner there. Looked like Jony starts out, here, and then right there, there's no foul, even though Nic comes in between because he's not being pressed. Here's where something happened. Right here, Jony, and they come together, and right there, I think is where you're going to get your whistle. So a few dicey plays in between, but you're going to get riding in from behind. But as I said, very tight-knit here in the third. As you can see, a few goals. This Grand Champions team, Roldan will get the opportunity at the penalty 2. It's going to be the second 2 of the day. But as I was saying here earlier, the Grand Champions teams opened it up a bit and was very consistent scoring goals. So you're going to see some dice here, defensive plays as the Santa Rita team tightens up on the field a little bit more. That'll bring us to a courtesy change as it's going to be Roldan. Looks like he's going to take advantage of this. Grant Ganzi also. Remember that change is it available for the players if needed. Couple takers. Everyone else going to stay on out of the air. Dorignac there. And I wasn't sure if he hit that with his hand or not. It looked like he didn't. I mean, the umpire's right there. But remember, you can defend the ball coming at you. You can block the ball, but you cannot hit the ball in a direction with your hand, only with the mallet. And that question's come across a few times from some of our viewers. And it can be difficult because sometimes a player can hit the ball with the butt of the mallet or the handle of the mallet. As long as he hits it with the handle, he cannot hit the ball with his hand in a direction. I always thought that rule should be talked about, maybe changed in some way. I can understand not carrying it down the field, but here we go. Santa Rita on the move here, down by 3. Come on, Rebecca. Right in front. Nice pick up here by Rebecca Cohen. Look for the finish. And well done, Rebecca Cohen. Third time's a charm on the Dark Bay Pony. And that is a great pressure reliever here for the Santa Rita team. This is exactly what they needed. Good pickup at the 40, straight down the center, and then drags it. Nic does his job keeping Jauregui busy, and that'll click down. That'll probably end our third chucker play here. So what a difference here by the Santa Rita team, ending the first half with some positive polo. That'll make it 5-3. We'll get everybody on some fresh ponies, and we'll be right back for our second half of the 2024 Fall Plates.
And as the sun sets over beautiful Aspen, Colorado, it was a phenomenal year. This is what it's all about, and this I always cry at the end. My name's Dale Schwetz, and I speak for CTV Sports, for everybody at CTV Sports, when I say thank you for making us the leaders of polo broadcasting. And always remember, at CTV Sports, we love snow polo. Welcome to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz, and we are live from Aspen, Colorado.
There's nothing better than being out here in Aspen, playing with these great people, amazing views every day.
Get ready. July, August. It always starts, of course, on July 3rd with the Independence Cup.
Well, Aspen is a place that is close to my heart. I love everything about Aspen. Another great season. Great fields again. They keep getting better and better.
Colorado has embraced the polo. They love the polo like we love the polo.
Aspen, I love it there. My family's around, a ton of horses, a ton of golf, a lot of fun photos.
They are ready to go. Second half action of the 2024 Fall Plates here on CTV Sports. Welcome, everybody. I'm Dale Schwetz. And this, beautiful weather here in beautiful, sunny southern Florida. And we were talking about the beach polo that is coming up, so you need to get on it. Remember, MiamiPoloCup.com, and you can check out the platforms on that. Of course, GC Polo, that's the Grand Champions Polo Club. And also, you can also check out if you want to see beach or snow polo also, and I suggest both. You have snow polo, the Snow Polo World Championships coming to you from beautiful Aspen, Colorado, and you go to snowpolo.net. And also you get more information on the Aspen Valley Polo Club.com. And those are two amazing events and backing some amazing charities. And they are just fantastic. Energy, competitive, fun polo. And you never know who else you'll see at these events. We have everybody back on their beautiful four-legged athletes early here as they came out of the tents on halftime and went right to it. And if you're just joining us, you have Santa Rita in the purple jerseys today. And they are lined out with Rebecca Cohen, Jony Castillo, Nic Roldan, and Juan Bollini. And then in the light jerseys, Grand Champions Polo Club with Miles Rich, Grant Ganzi, Martin Jauregui, and Pablo Dorignac. 5-3 at the moment. And just one chucker, 2 unanswered goals in the second chucker by the Grand Champions team. That's the difference. Otherwise, been pretty even as we get going here for our second half. Good pickup here by Rebecca. She scored the final goal of the third chucker, keeping that energy moving forward. Overrides, turned around, and controlled by Dorignac. Pablo on the dark bay. Keeping it moving. Now Bollini. Dorignac releases, looking for Miles. Ganzi says, I got it. Grant, nice pickup, keeping it in front of Roldan. Nic switches to the near side, and now back to the offside. Slams on the brakes. He's got to deal with wow, what a group of pro players they're chasing him. But Nic gets right in and out. Comes out of that turn quicker than he went in it. Turned around here looking for, a little farther for Jony. And, well done. Jony just played, well, it was perfect possum, you could say. He just waited there, did not foul everybody, but Dorignac was the next player. On the move, turned around by Jauregui. He's got help from Pablo. Pablo will set the pick. Give Dorignac, give Jauregui time to turn this ball. Look at Grant leaning way back, looking back over his shoulder. Finally, it came down. It went higher than it did long, actually, in distance. And it'll be Nic again. They've been working hard here on Nic when he turns this ball. And it's either Grant, but Miles has been in there also helping out. Now, on the move is going to be Rebecca. Well done, Rebecca. Off the side of her stick, though. Controlled. And a whistle on the play. That'll stop the clock with 2:56. It looked like Rebecca Cohen hits this ball off to the right side. You can see how it went off to the right side. And then you get a whistle right here. So we'll see what our mountain official decides on this play as Rebecca was taking that ball off to the side. We got to get a time out on the play. And Dorignac there, umpire. Yeah. So we got to get a courtesy change. Very clean. As I said, both of these teams, and with a 5-3 game, let's break it down for you. It was 1-1 after the first, and that was an open goal by Nic Roldan for Santa Rita, and Grant Ganzi with one from the field. Then it was just Grand Champions scoring goals, 2 unanswered goals, and that made it 3-1. And it was a tough chucker. It was more of a physical chucker, the second chucker. Then we went into the third chucker, and Santa Rita, they woke up again, and they left their 2 goals apiece. So when they left that third chucker, both teams were raring to go. And they all came out very quickly. And as you can see there, a very clean start to our second half. And that's why they called that courtesy change and gave the possession back to the team who had the ball, Grand Champions. And so that's how we continue play here. It's going to be Nic. Ooh, bad luck there. Nic was going to run the turn. It kind of came off the side of his mallet. So we will get a possession here. And it's going to be our first possession of the day for the ball going out of bounds. And we're in range here for Martin Jauregui. One tap. And this ball should be going towards the goal off to the right side. It looks like Juan Bollini. Oh, he pushes Grant wide, leaves it on the field. I think he thought it might go off the field, and that's going to hurt here, but there's miscommunication there by the Santa Rita team, and you can see him talking about it there because, look, Juan actually pushed Grant off thinking that one of his own players was going to be there for the ball, but the ball stayed on the field, and that gave Dorignac a clean turn. At first, the way the play was developing, I thought that the ball probably was going off the field when Juan pushed Grant wide, but that was not the case. And it turns into a quick goal, and now it'll be Dorignac once again, Pablo. Oh, man, keeping it on the field. Remember, that ball must be 100% out. So it can be on the line, and 80% out is not out. So, turned around here and controlled again. Grant Ganzi from about 80 yards. Going to find Miles right in front of goal. Oh, did he get a piece of it? And just enough by Miles. And Miles Rich will get one. So, Grand Champion just keeping the energy up. Grant, Very simple play, just turns it and releases it. We're inside the final 30, and Miles just comes and final. And actually, that ball was on its own. Did not need to even get near it, but that'll leave them, scoring another couple goals there. So that'll put it to 6-3. So, wow, what a chucker. Grand champions, though, getting one of the only goals. We'll get everybody on some fresh ponies. Stay with us.
Welcome to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Sweat, back at the Aspen Valley Polo Club, and it feels so good to be back at this beautiful club.
Every year that I get to come out here, it's another year that I'm very blessed and very grateful.
I mean, the polo here is fantastic. The people, the horses, the views, everything is beautiful here. But after that, there's so much to do.
Probably the uniqueness of Aspen is how the Ganzis, especially, obviously Mark and Melissa, try and make it entertaining for all different levels.
The energy in this place is full power.
I mean, I always love the mountains, and playing polo, one of the best things to do with the mountains is an amazing thing.
It's different because we play arena polo, wheelie polo, all types of polo.
The polos had a huge, big menu, and that's the way polo should be.
I think the club is a very balance of fun and competitive polo. I think it's great that we're able to play, some people play 3 times a week, some people play 4, some people play 5, and that's the beauty of it. It's whatever you want to make of it, and whatever you want to get out of playing, that's what you get here in Aspen.
Can never get enough of that commercial there of the Aspen Valley Polo Club. And, of course, Cypress Mountain is that final shot you see there. 7-3, as we did have 2 goals in the fourth chukker, one by Dorignac and another by Miles Rich. Grant Ganzi kind of working together there. That ball was on the move by Grant, but it was all grand champions. And it looked like Santa Rita was on their way back because they had a fabulous third chukker, and everybody was involved. They had a goal by Rebecca, Cohen, and then Nick had another penalty 2. And let's see if they can keep this going at the moment. Picked up here and turned around by Jauregui. Martin. Lining out well here. They're keeping it pretty natural, you could say. They're not changing much. They have Miles Rich playing in the front here on the chestnut. Grant's playing the number 2. He's playing number 2, just staying in there, and who's ever in that number 3 position, he's guarding them and doing a great job, either Bollini or Roldan. And then you get the rotation in the back from Jauregui and Dorignac. On the other side, Rebecca has been playing in the front of the game, pulled a team. She's got a goal, has had an opportunity at a couple of them. And then you have Jony Castillo, who's been working hard at the number 2 position. And then Nick, he's been running through a little more. Juan's been playing more of a deeper back. We'll see if they switch that around a little bit here for the final 2 chukkers. Loose ball picked up by Grant Ganzi. Grant needs to switch to the near side, gets a piece of it. Bollini, Juan on the give and go, got Nick. Oh, this could be trouble now for grand champions. Is Roldan, and he's going to keep it in behind. Nic Roldan, reaching way back. Well done, Roldan. Nick, and just bad luck as it goes off the stick there. And off to the right side. Good D here by Dorignac. Not much Dorignac could do there, but stay in the way. Set a little blockade up. And then hope for the best. In this case, it worked out for him. One tap to the right. Now loose ball play to the left. Well done, Grant Ganzi here as he gets hooked by Bollini, and then Grant kind of just stalled there for a moment, but works it out. And in the end, Jauregui will get control. Martin. That ball, again, he hits it as high as it went on distance. Comes back down, backed out of there by Bollini. Now it's going to be Grant Ganzi. That ball's got eyes as it's rolling towards the goal, cleaned up by Bollini, and he'll run the far side on the gray pony. Juan turns it back to the inside. Juan still has control. Leaves it now for Roldan. Nic. He'll laser one. Looking for Castillo, and taken out by Grant. So Ganzi now, he'll control. Back to the inside. You can see out Dorignac working behind him there, helping him out, taking Jony out. That gives Grant the time. That ball goes off his mallet. Little bit to the side. Nice back shot here by Bollini, and Nic's going to go ahead and just hit one time, and that ball's going to lay right in front of goal if it stays on the field. I believe so. Yeah, Rebecca. Cohen with the drag, and there you go. That's a power polo play as a 1-2-3, covering a good 200 yards with three nice shots. The back shot from Bollini. Nic turns and burns one. And then you have Rebecca on the finish. As such as the saying, drive for show, putt for dough. Good finish there by Rebecca. Not too far out, which is perfect. Doesn't put too much pressure, even though it's not a problem for Nic, based on how far Roldan hits the ball. They'll leave at 140. We'll see here. They'll take it as we have a courtesy change. A lot of time, so no need really to rush here. I mean, if they could get another one here, it'd be good for Santa Rita, but still, mucho tiempo. So no rush. Just keep playing the same game, and that's what they want to do, those nice shots. Oh, there's a miss. Well, I like the thought process, but now Roldan's going to go by one player, by two. Can he get by the third? I guess he doesn't need to. And Nic. And look at that, the high flag. Here comes Santa Rita. And now we have a match. And there's nothing that Dorignac could do here once again. You can see how Pablo Dorignac in the black helmet just pulled out to the left side as Nic. He had about two horse lengths on Grant. So he might as well just pull out of there and just again, hope for the miss, but Roldan dialed in here, and it's going to be 7-5, back to a 2-point game. Under a minute left here in the fifth. Huge possession here for either team. Nic, Bollini, Rebecca, and well done, Cohen. Keeping it moving. Well done, Rebecca. 5 in a row here. Oh, it goes in now. It gets turned around by Jauregui. And Jony goes for the steal. And that'll give Jauregui an opportunity to take it back to the center now. Looking for Ganzi, needing to get around Bollini. And it's going to be Miles. He gets a swipe at it. Turned in here and controlled now by Dorignac. Pablo has been stellar today shooting a goal as Dorignac will pick up goal number 4. Fantastic job shooting at the goal. And remember, Pablo's wearing the number 4 today. So he's getting the opportunity to look at some clean shots, as there's not that many defenders coming at him. So, well, it was up to 2. They get that goal back. So it's only going to be a 3-goal lead here. But with one chucker left, still an opportunity. See if Santa Rita can catch up here. Or grand champions. We'll see if they can hold on. We'll be back for our 6th and final chucker. Okay, final chukker of the 2024 fall plates. Among the season's some of our other highlights, I was talking about the beach polo. And, of course, we go into December for the snow polo. But in November, we will have November 23rd, doubleheader featuring the legends of Polo Carlos Cressida Memorial and the International Cup. And with Grand Champions Polo Club USA playing the rest of the world this year. And, man, that should be an interesting group of players there that they'll put together. Remember last year's international team, Team Spain, they actually knocked off the Grand Champions team after 11 years, snapped an 11-year run, win streak. And the U.S. team, they enjoyed that game. Spain really came to play, did a fantastic job on the borrowed horses. Congratulations to the Santa Rita breeding operation and, of course, Grand Champions Polo Club, Halo Polo Ponies, for supplying all the horses. If we're talking about those horses, we'll see who's mounted up here because 8-5 in our final chukker. Let's see if Santa Rita can bring the fire, as we say, and try to catch up here. Down by 3 on the turn. Jauregui. Martin, one-timer. That ball is going to carry. Look for the tail shot, and that ball is going to go just wide. But Miles, again, in a good spot. Miles Rich. Always being given giving his teammates a great, place to hit to. He's always in a good spot. And, of course, as I said, much love to the polo schools. He's learned a lot of his polo at the polo school, on and off the field, as they say. This ball's going to go out of bounds. We'll get a change of possession for our second time today. Not many balls hit off the field here in our first game of 2 for the fall plates. Bollini quickly brings it on the field. Juan looking for Roldan. He finds him. Smart play here by Jauregui not to try to make a play on that 50-50 ball, especially when you're up by 3. You don't want to give that opportunity because if you lose that play, then it's a great opportunity for the opposing team. So very heads-up play there by Martin Jauregui. Loose ball play, now Dorignac. Pablo, one time. Worm burner down the center, looking for Miles. Gets a little help for the pony there. Now he goes for the tails. Keeps it on the field. Controlled by Bollini. Bollini's going to look for Castillo. Jony. Nice pickup. Jony. Well done. I like this. Jony now taking his time. He's got Rebecca. Rebecca looking for a third of the day. Jony following up behind her. Jony on the near side. Going to go back to the offside. He's got an opportunity here. Jony from about 50. And, bad luck as that ball is going to go just wide left. And like I said, it looked like the Grand Champions team once again, I like their focus here, keeping it clean. They don't want to give any opportunities to put Roldan or Bollini back on the penalty line. It's going to stop the clock for our final courtesy change, 2:32. Good shot here, Pablo Dorignac. Get a good shot of all the tack used on these beautiful polo ponies. Good shot from our end zone camera. Love those shots that you get. Great job by our field crew, of course, carrying, all over the nation. Ashley, too, just came back from an amazing summer out at the Aspen Valley Polo Club. And then, as he said, shot to Philadelphia. And if you had an opportunity to watch the Work to Ride program, great charity. And coverage there, of course. And then preparing for the Beach Polo World Cup. and very, very enthusiastic about the WPL Pride Polo. That'll be doubleheader down in Miami Beach, especially from the Miami Beaches. It's just a fantastic place to just watch polo, play polo, and get a suntan for sure. All right, here we go. We got everybody back on the field here, and let's see if this makes a difference, this final change for Santa Rita. Because they've been playing neutral polo up to this point, and that works to benefit the Grand Champions team, GCPC. All right, on the move, picked up here by Castillo. Jony still got control here as Rebecca's going to go forward and leave it for him. Jony taking the long way out to the outside, now back to the center. Now he's going to find Rebecca. Rebecca comes in here. Rebecca, a very strong dressage rider in her own. She loves the dressage discipline. You see a lot of that crossing over these days with the different disciplines, jumpers, dressage, polo, mixing together and enjoying the four-legged athlete. Loose ball play, Ganzi. He's going to find Miles. Rich, nice pickup. Miles, keep his shoulders down. Beautiful shot here. Look for the finish, Miles. Miles Rich, off to the side. Bad luck, but I like the attempt there. And you know what? The clock goes tick, tick, tick. This is going to work in favor here because keeping it going and not missing those balls is a huge, huge advantage for the Grand Champions team now. Now it's going to be Bollini, and he might go for a two-pointer here. We will see. Right there. Oh, just a little bit too far past the line. Now it's going to be picked up here. Nice pickup by Jony. And another nice run by Castillo. He might get one here at the end, Jony, and he does. And maybe a little bit too late, but that will put him within two. Now, they can get a bowl in here, and I have seen some crazier things happen on the polo field, but if Roldan gets a handle on this bowling, he might have an opportunity at a two-pointer, but it looks like they're going to end it. So he's not going to make it back in time. Jony will pick up another goal, though. And so we're going to go ahead and get ready for our second game. I'm Dale Schwetz. I speak for everyone here at CTV Sports. Thank you for making us the leaders of polo broadcasting. And always remember here at CTV Sports, we love the polo.